Good morning. Welcome into the Lifeline Morning Show. I'm Steven. Every now and then I get the opportunity to bring some pretty amazing people into the studio. Sometimes they're here with me, sometimes it's virtually. And this morning I have the plum pleasing pleasure to welcome in MK Green. Good morning to you. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you this morning?
I'm doing all right. Hey, I have really been loving your music. Been playing a lot of This Little Light and Mirror Like the Moon. I'm loving that track.
Thank you so much.
Well, I'm so glad to have you here. So let's jump into this. I want to know everything there is to know about MK Green. First, we can't go any farther than this. What does the M and the K stand for? I've been trying to come up with what it could be. So,
Well, would you have like a best guess? What's your best guess? I want to hear that
Meredith,
first.
Meredith, Meredith Karina Green. How about that?
Well, that is a very lovely name.
Oh,
That is
yes.
not mine. The M in the K stands for Mary Kate.
Okay. I
So
got you.
lot more simple. Lot more simple.
Yeah. I think I can kind of remember back. There was another Mary Kate. Back when I was a kid. Was it Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen?
Ashley, yes,
Okay, I got you.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. I've watched all their movies.
Good, good. All right. So MK Green. Now, a lot of people might not know just how young you are. So, how old are you?
I am 16.
16 years old in the
Yep.
Christian music scene. So, tell me a little bit about this journey, where you are. You've got a management team. I mean, I don't know many 16-year-olds who have that. So, come on.
Honestly, every day I wake up and it blows my mind how the Lord has gone before me and provided every door that I've needed to walk through. I started when I was 9 years old. I fell in love with worship first. That was my first introduction to music. And it blew my mind. I was like, this is amazing. This is what I want to do. And then a year later, when I was 10, I wrote my first song after my mom kept prompting me. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, there's a song in you and you need to write. And I was 10. I was like, what are you talking about? Write a song? How do you do that? And then one day
Great.
I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. So I went up to my room and I started writing, had barely knew how to play the piano. Didn't, my spelling was awful. You could not even understand my lyrics, but I tried it and then I fell in love again. And my music isn't worship music, but it is my worship. And this is my way of praising God. And then after I just kept writing and kept writing and kept writing. And then my little songs just kept making it into the hands of the right people. Like Lord willing, he just paved that path for me.
Yeah.
And I got signed to a label last year. I have management team. I have a booking agent. I'm about to go play at a big Christian festival. And every day I'm still like, what in the world, God? Yesterday, I think it was a couple days ago, I got some news that I was going to play at another festival. I was like, Lord, you are cooking something up and I'm not privy to the ingredients. I do not know what is happening right now, but I know you are making something wonderful.
Yeah.
And I'm just happy to be a part.
Here I am, Lord, send me, right? That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's great. So you were talking about your songs getting into the right hands. I think I heard a name, Ed Cash. Has he had a little
Yes.
something to do with your music?
Yes. So our families got introduced to each other, about maybe 7 or 8 years ago. And we just started going to their shows because that's what they were doing. And like, this is fun. This cool concert. And when I first met him, there was just something in him that drew me towards him. Like he loved Jesus. He loved music. I didn't know anything about his name. I just knew he loved Jesus, loved music. Hey, I love Jesus. I love music. And so the best way to describe it, I would just follow him around like a little puppy, ask him all the questions in the world, probably some of the dumbest questions you would ever hear about music. Cause I was just so curious. I was like, there's something in you that I see and that I know that's in myself. But I didn't know what that was. And so that relationship started to grow. And eventually I made a video of the second song I ever wrote. And I sent it to Ed. I was like, I want to know what you think. I was 11 years old and he loved it. That song actually ended up being the first song I ever released. That song, Mirror Like the Moon, I wrote when I was 11 years old.
Wow.
That was the first song Ed Cash ever heard. And when I came to him years later, like I want to try to record something and he said, come out to my studio. I'll produce it all for you. I asked, which songs do you think I should do? I sent him a list and he said, I want you to do Mirror Like the Moon because that song has been stuck in my head since the first time that I ever heard it.
That's amazing. And for people who don't know what kind of concerts you're going to, he is with We the Kingdom. So, I mean, they're tearing it
Yes,
up right now in the Christian music scene. It's
they're
really nice to have a
incredible.
friend like that, MK.
Yes. I mean, every time I go to Nashville, I try to get dinner with him. He is just such a bright light, and he is so protective of my spirit and my heart. He's always like, I want to put you and your heart and your relationship with God first. I do not want you to chase anything that you're not ready for. And that's always been such a beautiful part of the relationship for us, because he cares so deeply about me and my music, and he wants the best for me. Uh, and it's such a blessing that I get to have somebody like him in my life to guide me and teach me.
Yeah, I got you. Well, let's talk a little bit about you heading to Nashville, because you're 16. I'm not sure if mom and dad let you drive a whole lot by yourself yet, especially long road trips. So
Yes.
what is that kind of trip like? Is it the whole family going to Nashville, or what's up?
So it depends. So if I go for a whole week, normally we have a 12 passenger van, me and my 4 brothers. And we'll all load up. It's about a 9.5 hour drive from Oklahoma to Nashville.
Wow.
And so we'll just make it in one day. We're a road tripping family. I mean, it's 13 hours to where we're headed right now in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. We have like 8 hours left, and we're like, we can do this. So it's the road tripping part is always been a fun part. And if we're only going for like 3 days, me and my mom will just fly out. And then when I'm there, I just get as much done as possible. Every day I'm in a studio writing. Sometimes I'm doing 7 writes in 5 days.
Wow.
Which is, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't complain when you're doing something you love.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I go into a new room, every time I meet new people, yes, there's a hard aspect to it, but there's also the joy that comes from doing something you love and something you're passionate about and something you're called to, that even if you're tired at the end of the day, it's the good kind of tired. You're like, I was doing something for the Lord, and I really can't complain about that.
That's great. That is awesome. So when you're on those road trips, I imagine when the whole family's with you, you are riding in style, these fit checks. I mean, come on. This is so cool over on the socials.
Yes. Yes. Well, I mean, we always just grew up. My mom was like, dress presentable. And so that's how we all grew up. We've always loved picking out our outfits. And between us, my mom is such a fashionista. She is so good at putting together outfits. So she taught us everything we know. And nowadays, when we get up on Sunday mornings and we put on our clothes, we'll look at each other like, wait, we match. Like, how did we do this? We didn't talk about this beforehand.
That's great.
So we all just like, it comes natural to us at this point. And it's just a fun little extra thing that I get to share with the people who are along this journey with me with my music, because my family is such a big part of my life right now. Like I said, like I'm 16. I live at home. I have 4 little brothers, and they're always with me. And so it's just fun to get to share that part of my life.
Now, that little detail you just mentioned, 4 little brothers. I imagine life is a little interesting with 4 little brothers. Tell me a little bit about that.
You bet. I mean, I love them so dearly. I'm so blessed to have each and every one of them in my life. But I mean, I have developed very good reflexes, because balls, basketballs, baseballs, tennis balls, they are flying in the house at all hours of the day. Yeah. And I'm just trying to not get a giant bruise on my face from a basketball half the time. I'm like, just trying to block it.
Gotcha.
And they're all so different. So I get to have like different relationships with like each of them. I get to do different things with each of them. And yeah, I love them so dearly. They're honestly, I couldn't ask for any better brothers.
Aw, you're being so sweet. Now, let them annoy you a little bit. You might change your tune a little.
They will. By the end of this car ride today, you might want to check back in. I might have my AirPods in, and by the end of it, like, boys, please stop.
Yeah.
I want to try to sleep.
Wow. So keeping it interesting. Okay, so I've got to mention this too because of the socials. You got this thing you do in a staircase. It's like every week you do this thing. Where did the inspiration for that come from, and what kind of response have you gotten from it?
Well, the inspiration just first came from, I loved playing cover songs. If there was a song that I loved playing, I mean, I would video it and I would play it for people. And then I discovered this staircase. I'm not going to reveal the location. It's a little bit of a secret.
Right.
But I discovered this staircase at a place that we go to regularly. And I loved the acoustics. I was like, this staircase is incredible. There's like nobody ever there. And so one day I just kind of brought my guitar, and I think I just started playing it. I didn't have an intro at all. I was just like, here's a song that I learned, and you get to hear it in these really cool acoustics. And then that just kept developing more and more to where I started doing it more consistently. And then actually we came up with the idea of like Staircase Saturdays. Like, ooh, that has the ring to it. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And so I started going into this place every week. The people know now when I come in, they're like, oh, we know you. We know what you're here to do. And so it just kept growing. And you're right. I've gotten some really amazing feedback from the artists that I'm covering, from people just listening to it. And it's been a great way to kind of get my name out in a way. Because sometimes people aren't always going to know my music, but when I can introduce them to my voice, to my style, to my way of singing, in a song that they're already familiar with, that might give them a little more curiosity. Like, oh, who is this girl? Let me go check out some of her stuff. And so I do think, and I have a lot of fun in there. Sometimes I have to stop myself, like, MK, don't go off the rails. Don't do too much. You do have to sing the actual melody for some pieces of the song.
Yeah.
Because it's just so fun.
Right. And I think that comes across because when you're having fun, it becomes contagious. And that really gets a lot of people inspired. And so keep doing it, girl. It's amazing. So what kind of content are we looking at maybe for this big festival? You guys shooting anything behind the scenes?
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
Oh, yes. There's a lot of stuff happening at this festival. So we're going to get there tomorrow. Probably a lot of exploring, honestly. I don't sing until Friday and Saturday. Lots of behind the scenes, lots of just kind of vlog style with my family, what they're doing to help. I think they're each going to have jobs too. Like one of them is going to have the camera, one of them, because my manager is not going to be at this one.
Okay.
So it's just my family and me. One of them is going to have my snacks. I'm paying them too. So don't worry. It's not child labor. I'm paying them to help me out. So one of them's going to carry something. One of my brothers is going to bring my guitar out on the stage for one of the songs, and he's going to take it back.
Okay.
So lots of just fun family content. And then obviously I'm sharing lots of new music at this festival.
Really?
New music coming out maybe in the next couple months.
Maybe in the next, a little hint. You heard it here first. Awesome.
Yes.
Cool.
And so lots of new music. Which will be so much fun. I'm so pumped. Like I said, I'm just waking up every morning like, this is seriously what I get to do. This is insane.
Yeah, that's amazing. Such a breath of fresh air. I'm telling you, I'm loving this interview, loving to learn a little bit about your family. And tell me about the music side of this, because I imagine when you're putting together an album, there's a lot of work that goes into that. I know you've been spending some time in the studio. So are you playing any instruments on this as well as singing, or just mainly vocals? And then tell me about the players who are coming in to kind of do the session work and how it's all coming together right now.
Yes. So I was in the studio finalizing all the vocals a couple weeks ago, and I am playing instruments on every single one of the songs.
Nice.
So like I got to be a part of the instrumentation, a part of developing the harmonies. Obviously, I got to sing the whole song.
Yeah.
I got to have so much fun. My producer is incredible. We worked so well together. I'm so thankful for all the hard work that he's been putting into these songs. We had a violinist come in and play on all of them. Her name is Jade. She's from the band Jaren.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, no way. My producer sent me a picture. I was like, who do you have in the studio playing strings for my songs? That's wild.
Yeah.
So there's been so many moving pieces and like little bitty rewrites maybe here and there. Like, oh wait, I think I could get a better line there. And so go back and like, okay, how about this? Does this sound good? Going back and forth with my team. Like, hey, actually, we like what you did before. And I was like, oh wait, you're right. I think I overthought that too much. I think I did like the original better. So there is lots of moving pieces and, oh wait, this person has an opinion. This person has an opinion. Well, I'm going to be open about everybody's opinion, listen to them, and always pick what feels right for the song. Because again, these songs aren't for my glory or my honor. They're always for the Lord and the Lord's worship. And so I don't want these songs to only be about me or my opinions or what I think best. I'm always going to try to follow the Spirit in these songs and the creation of them and the production of them. And so I think I'm going to let him lead these songs forward.
That's amazing. Kind of keeping it open-ended there, keeping everybody's opinions coming in, and you're kind of filtering through all that, and it becomes what it becomes. So how many songs are we looking at for this album?
About 5.
Okay.
So it's not an album yet. It'll be a bunch of singles.
Okay.
Cause that's not really the market for music right now. Not a whole lot of people, especially for newer artists, are going to release an album and everybody's going to listen through the whole 8 to 12 songs.
Right.
That's not really how the market's working right now, but they will take time to go listen to your single. And then they're like, oh, I like this single. The next one's coming out in a month. Let me like pre-save this so I don't forget about it. And then they listen to the next one and they listen to the next one. And then once kind of a song pops off or gets some more attention, that's when you center an album around that song so that it incentivizes people to go listen to it. To just get as many people I can to listen to it because there is that fine balance of, no, this isn't for me. This is for the Lord. But at the same time, if nobody listens to it, then how is that serving the Lord?
I got you. So you're being very strategic in how you're releasing these tracks. And then we may have a full album after a while, but for now, it's going to be singles. Just keep everybody kind of wanting more. I got you.
Yes.
It's like when you go to Disney World. You can't do Disney World in one day. You know, when you leave, you want more. It's like, hey, I didn't get to do this. So the next time you go, then a little bit more. So that's great.
And these songs tell a wider story. All 5 of these songs I wrote when I was 15. So these songs basically really talk about different experiences and things that I felt or did or experienced in that year of me being 15. And so I've always had this vision for my music. In 20, 30 years, when you look back at all my music, you'll get to see the story of my life and different parts of my life. Oh, what was I going through then? What did I experience then? What was something joyful in that moment? What was something I was feeling in that moment? And the first 3 songs were just the heart posture of this little girl who just wanted to serve the Lord. And these next 5 are going into my teenage years of like what I was feeling and going through then. And then the next project that I do after this next one will be probably even better because I'm growing and I'm learning. And yes, I am young and I have so much to learn, but I still have a voice into my world and especially my peers. It's always been something I've always been very passionate about, is giving a voice to the younger generation of you have a voice, you have a purpose. You don't have to wait until you're an adult to follow the call that the Lord has given you. You just need the right opportunity and the right time, and you just need to say yes. And so that's always been something I want to example to my friends, to my peers, to the younger generation, just like my brothers, of why are you waiting? You have so much talent. You have so many gifts. If you just take the first step and say yes, the Lord will take care of the rest.
Wow, that's good. Great advice. Cause one of the things I was going to ask you is if you had something to tell this generation, maybe your peers around your age, if they have a dream, what they need to do with that. You just answered that beautifully. I didn't even have to ask it. Thank you so much.
just say yes to the Lord because he's always going to take care of it.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So I've got to know the setting right now. For those of you listening just on the radio, you've got to check this out on the socials because it's in video form. So she's kind of hanging out with me at a coffee shop. Now, I've seen multiple people kind of pass in your background, but I'm wondering, MK Green, what is your go-to at the coffee shop?
So I don't like coffee is the weird thing. My parents are like coffee connoisseurs. They have a whole espresso machine in the house. They make it like 3 times a day.
Wow.
I've never been a fan of coffee. So I always get a chai and I always get it iced. And I always get it with oat milk. It's so complicated at this point because your girl here is lactose intolerant, sadly.
Okay.
I know. Sad. So sad. I love ice cream, but it doesn't really feel good. So, but this is my go-to drink right here.
Yeah, I got you. How do they milk an oat? I don't know how they, same with almonds.
Honestly,
it's like, really?
I think they just like get it wet.
Yeah.
And then they like puree
it. Yeah,
and
all
they
that
like
stuff.
blend it up and strain it, and then you get milk. Gotcha. I think we've tried to make it before and it did not turn out very well. More complicated than it seems.
Yeah. So MK Green, what is your favorite food?
My favorite food is pad thai. Ooh. It's kind of out there.
No, not at all.
I love Thai food so much. Pad Thai, tom kha soup, mango sticky rice. We went to Thailand one year for a mission trip, and all the street food, it was so amazing. And I fell in love. I was like, this is my food.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite food, and it's been my favorite food for years at this point. I don't think I'll ever change it, honestly.
Okay. Well, since we're getting to know you, just the nitty gritty parts of MK Green, I wonder, since we talked about food, what's your favorite dessert? Are you a chocolate kind of person? Or are you something like
I am very
fruity or what?
much a
Oh,
chocolate.
really?
I go to the sweet side of things, honestly.
Okay.
I like my stuff a little extra sweet. I honestly, you cannot go wrong with a chocolate chip cookie. That's probably, I know it sounds so generic,
Mm.
but I love chocolate chip cookies. If they're made right and if they're kind of gooey in the middle, but kind of
Uh-huh.
crispy on the edges, and you have like the mix between milk chocolate and semi-sweet chocolate
Ooh,
chips,
yeah.
you can tell I make a lot of chocolate chips
Yes.
cookies at home.
That's good. You probably had to make a few for bake sales for mission trips and all that stuff, right?
Brown the butter. I'll make like 30 to 40 of them when I make them because my family eats them in 2 days.
Yeah, that's a big family.
So,
So I imagine so. I have to make a big batch of them.
I mean, we definitely eat too many when I do make them, but they're gone so fast. If I only make like a dozen, they're gone in 3 minutes.
I got you.
I have to make extra. They have to last me like 3 days.
Yeah. So I can see, as we're talking about the music too, I can see many years from now, like as you've gone through your career, as you write these different songs, these different albums at different times in your life, I can see at the end, it's like story of my life, an anthology kind of thing. How awesome is that to think that you can look back at somebody and experience them through their music and how they journeyed through the life? I mean, think about
Yes,
that. Isn't that such a cool idea?
it really is. It's always been like a dream of kind of like weird idea, but these songs are right now the diary of a teenage poet because these songs are basically my life, my diary, and in a very poetic way because sometimes I need to be a little more plain with my words. Sometimes my writers in the room will be like, okay, maybe how do we say that in a more like normal way where people actually understand it?
Right.
I'm like, no, the poetic, the whimsy, the clouds and the green forests, and I want all of these pictures. But I mean, people do have to understand what I'm saying. So that is a big part of songwriting. You do want people to understand what you're trying to get across.
Hmm.
But it is definitely something that I really am looking forward to in the next 20 years to be able to see where I started and then to see where I am at in that point in my life and to just like go back on that journey with myself. That sounds kind of weird,
No,
but I
not at
get
all.
to relive those moments and those songs and those experiences. And it's really exciting. It's very special that I get to do it now. And hopefully I'll get to do it later too.
Yeah.
And so
Awesome.
I'm really excited.
Yeah. I'm excited for you. Thank you so much for carving out some time for today. Is there a question maybe that I haven't asked you that you really want to answer? It's like you want people to know this about MK Green. What is that thing?
Hmm. I think if there's anything you should ever know about me, it is that I just want to serve the Lord. I have a couple little things that I always tell myself. I have this necklace that has the initials for the phrase for his glory, and I keep it on me at all times. I'm constantly reminding myself, why am I doing this? It's for his glory. Lord, when they see me, let them see you. And so if anybody were to ever know anything about me, I want them to know that I love Jesus with all my heart, with all my soul, with all my mind, and that everything I do, I just want to serve him. And that this music is my worship, my praise. And I pray that these songs can also be their worship, their connection to the Lord, and their praise to God. So I think that if I could tell anybody anything about myself, I think that would be the first thing.
Thank you, MK Green, for making some time, for carving out
No,
time.
thank you
I know
so
you're
much,
really
Steven.
busy. You got this thing coming up. You're going to be on stage. The family's going to be helping you. That's just beautiful. How
Yes.
you're giving all the brothers a
Yes.
job. They are earning their keep.
They are. Like I said, I am paying them.
Right. Now, what are you paying them in? Are we talking Tootsie Pops? Are we talking Starburst? Or
Probably IOUs, honestly. Like, hey,
Oh.
I owe you $15.
There you
So
go.
whenever I'm with you and you're like, hey, can I have a coffee drink? And I'm like, sure, how much is it? I owe you $15 here. I'll pay for your drink. It'll
There-
probably be in that.
that works out. Yeah. I love it.
So yeah, they do have to have me with them. So
Yeah. There you go. All right. Well, I guess that'll wrap things up for us. I really enjoy your music. Keep up the good work, and I'll be
thank
watching
you so much.
and seeing just how far you go. I'm sure you're going to go far. You've got a big family, a lot of support.
Yes.
Yeah. So nowhere to go but up. So keep doing what God has called you to do, and Go for it.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed this interview. This was like my first interview,
Really?
and you did so well.
Oh, thank you.
The way you were talking, your questions were so well thought out. And I just had a lot of fun today. So thank you.
Well, I'm glad you did. That's what I always shoot for. I don't want to make it some kind of nervous thing. I want it to feel like you're sitting down with a friend and you're just talking.
Yes.
You're just chatting. Yeah.
Yes. Well, it was wonderful today. Thank you so much, Steven.
Thank you. All right. Have a great one. Do great out
You
there.
too.
And we'll stay in touch.
Yes, definitely.